In this lesson, I'm going to cover scatter plots. And we'll see that scatter plots are really a very useful way to look at the relationship between variables that we've collected or with data that we've obtained. One way to create a scatter plot is on the Insert ribbon, go to Charts, and select Scatter Plot. Sometimes Excel will try to think what we want to have graphed. And so if we select a place that's blank on our screen, we can avoid having Excel think for us, and we'll start with just a blank graph. We need to select data, and we need to add a series to this. And for this one, we're going to look at child nutrition per pupil expenditures total. So the total including local, state, and federal expenditures that go towards child nutrition, and the percent of free and reduced students, percent who qualify for free and reduced lunches. So on the x-axis, we're going to have the percentage of free and reduced pupils in the LEA, and for the y values, we're going to have the per pupil expenditures, and we're leaving that bottom row off because that's the state total. We're only interested in all the LEAs, and we'll end up with a scatter plot that looks like this. And there are ways to actually specify the relationship between these multiple variables, looking at correlation or regression, and we will cover these in future lessons. I also prefer to add titles to each axis. So we have on our x-axis the percentage of free and reduced students, and that's for each LEA. On the y-axis, we have the total child nutrition per pupil expenditures, and I might also adjust this title to call it LEA, make sure that it's clear that the information we're providing is based on LEAs, local education agencies, and that we're looking at child nutrition per pupil expenditure and free and reduced status. And for this, again, we're looking at the total. We could also create similar scatter plots, specifically looking at state expenditures, federal and local, as they relate to the percentage of free and reduced students. There's also another way to create scatter plots, and that way is to start with selecting the data and then choosing the chart type. So that's basically letting Excel do a little bit of the work for us. And so we can select the two pieces of data that we want. So that's our first set, the percentage free and reduced meals. And if we hold down Control, we can select our child nutrition PPE total, again avoiding that last row because that's the state total. And then we go to Insert, Chart, and choose a scatter chart, and it's up here at the top. And again, we come up with the same scatter plot. We need to add our axes labels so that we understand what's presented both on the x and the y axis. But again, this is the same chart, two different ways to do these. It depends on what you're comfortable with, but Excel will do some of the work for you.